Anyone else?
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
It's okay, Jim, you can bring a bouquet of flowers. I'm gonna bring a baseball bat to the city council.
Oh, maybe not that. Okay, could you sign it, please?
Everybody does. And that's what this is about, expressing your intent.
And don't forget to tell us who you are.
I'm Brian Bowen. Live in Benson. I've been here about 20 some odd years. I'm also a general contractor. And I understand the IBC code. We actually follow the IBC code. And I've actually served on committees with other codes. NEC code, NESC code, EM 385, solar power, various codes. I also work at Fort Huachuca. We follow the I3A. We also follow the Davis Mountain Code as well. So it's very important to have these codes in place. A lot of them are established for general contractors to make sure that they are installing the quality installation for safety and building design for your homes, your businesses, making sure the doors are installed properly as well. As far as the city pushing for these codes to be implemented, it's really going to fall mainly on contractors to make sure that they adhere to these codes. That's what we're mandated to do as a general contractor, to follow these codes. So we've been following them for years. When the universal code was out and followed years ago, it kind of fell to the wayside in the intent that if I'm a general contractor and I want to go to work in Oklahoma, I had to find out what code they're using and how they're using it, and then it was a total different code. So every time you go to a different city or a different state, it was a total different code. So the establishment was to try to streamline this code nationwide, okay? And the reason why they put international code in front of this code was to actually try to implement it to get other countries to follow it. Mexico and all these other countries. That's why they put international in front of this code, to try to internationalize this code. As far as the UN, I don't know anything about that. But as far as the way the code is now, we follow it. And we've followed it ever since this came out, even on our government installations. And our purpose for following that code is to make sure that we build something that's correct and proper for your homes, for your businesses, for a safe manner. The only other thing I know as far as the ROC, registered contractors, they have a similar situation as far as if I'm an unlicensed contractor and I'm working on your home, I'm in violation. They have the capability of following these laws for misdemeanor, okay? They submit the paperwork, go to the courts. Once the court gets it, the court then does the processing whether I'm in civil violation, and I get a misdemeanor, okay? They had a sting in Wilcox not too long ago. They busted several non-licensed contractors for not having licenses, and there's going to be several of them that are going to be fined for building houses and whatnot that did not have a license. So the city, I see, has a little bit of work to do, but as far as they have following these codes to help build, make sure contractors build correctly for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Kathy, I'd like to clarify my last statement. I was speaking politically, a political baseball bat versus bringing a bouquet of flowers. Just so nobody tries to say I threatened the city council.
Okay,
A
thank
political
you.
baseball bat.
I think we all knew you in that.
Put the name of the don't know.
Anybody else?
Same one with like your.
Okay.
Yeah, folks, Ron Brooks again. I was elected to my seat 2 years ago. I used to come to these meetings years ago, and I seen a lot of things that I didn't necessarily like. I was part of a group way back when the city was kind of under the thumb of different individuals. It's gone through a lot of phases. I think this is really, hopefully, a time where people get their government back. I really, really hope this, and I hope this for our nation too. But I would even want to say that I've seen the timeline on my council here, that I've seen the council really trust in what their government or their administration tells them. I see that more than I see them reading the books, because when they ask questions about things that are in the book, that tells me they didn't read it. So you have a choice coming up here, and I think you should consider it carefully. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. While she's signing in, if anybody hasn't signed the petition who wishes to, now's a good time. There's no line. Good evening. My name is Carol Campbell. I've been here since June of '09, came to be with my mom. I live in a senior mobile home community, and I have some concerns. Mom left me her mobile home, and I've upgraded it, done a lot of nice things to it, but sometimes I need somebody to come in and do things for me that I can't do for myself. And that nice gentleman back there that just talked about having licenses and so forth to do work. What happens, because where I live, I see different men come in their trucks that maybe aren't licensed to help people there. And there's a lot of us that are retired and only make so much money. And so I'm concerned about this whole situation and what's going to happen to the different men that don't have licenses, like what this man's talking about. Are they going to be aced out? They won't be able to do work? Or are they going to be in violation? And I noticed on that building, that one individual piece of paper on both sides talked about doing stuff on your roof. Well, once in a while, like every 2 or 3 years, you need to put a cool coating on your roof, and that's something that I can do. But do I need to go to the city to fix, that says repair roofs? That's not necessarily repairing it, but it keeps it from needing to be repaired. So am I going to have to go to the city and get some kind of permit? This is crazy. We're losing our rights, and we don't want to lose our rights. So I encourage everybody to tell their friends and everybody that this is not right at all. This is not right. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I think we've about hashed it over. Don't forget that Tuesday is voting day. If you haven't already sent in your ballot, then please go vote. That's at the fire station, I believe. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that it?